Religious Diversity and Ethnicity Among Latinos, presented by Dr. Liz Jaskowski, Dr. Nick Petriani, and Dr. Rosalie O'Brien.
Parishes and congregations use Latino and Hispanic as ecumenical terms to unite diverse nationality groups in worship. Hispanics typically share beliefs, rituals, and practices that would build communities' overarching identities. All types of people prefer to be referred to as their national identities instead of the common term Hispanic. Each group still clings to its national roots. The acceptance of the national identity moves at a slow pace.
Since the 1970s, the number of Hispanics in the USA increased by more than 100%. 40% of Hispanics are under the age of 19 years, while 28% of the general population are under this age. In fact, the population of Hispanics in the USA is growing so much that it is predicted that in the year 2050, only 53% of the population will be non-Hispanic whites. They are also New York City's largest minority group, and 50% of them live in the Bronx. Puerto Ricans are the largest group, and Dominicans make up the second largest group. While they have a rivalry between each other, they still influence each other, and they share neighborhoods and intermarry.
Religion informs Hispanic outlook and practices beyond the religious sphere. In many Latino religions and Latino cultures, women are the main believers of Latino beliefs, and they have the most influence on their child's academic achievement. In the United States, 66% of Latinos are Roman Catholics, while 23% are other Christian groups. Most Protestant Hispanics are Puerto Ricans. The evangelical movement is growing, which is a Protestant movement, and Latinos are diversifying their institutional alliances, although their religiosity has deep common cultural roots, strongly influenced by a centuries-long shared Catholic past. Those who have converted to the Protestant Church are often inactive Roman Catholics. They're highly committed converts, and they also have a higher church attendance.
Poblete, a Jesuit priest and social leader, and O'Day, a religious sociologist, hypothesized that the formation of religious sects are one of the known ways out of anomie, a common fact of life among Puerto Rican new arrivals. They strive to redevelop community through church. The church is seen as the answer to a hostile new environment, which increases the need for a church community as Latino families are weakened by American values such as having two breadwinners in a family. Evangelical churches are points of convergence. Puerto Ricans are predominant and often hold higher positions of power than those in Roman Catholic churches. In areas with a higher number of religious Dominicans, the laity and pastors are often the same nationality.
40% of U.S. Catholics are Latino. 50% of New York Catholics are Latino and are underrepresented in the clergy. Pentecostals have many more Hispanic pastors. Protestant services are held in Spanish to meet congregants' needs. Despite growing amount of bilingual Hispanics, respondents of one study said they would still prefer to attend services in Spanish. Intergenerational studies of Latino religious behavior show church after after dance. I'm sorry.
Church attendance. Here, why
Can
don't
we
you do it
cut
again?
there? Intergenerational studies of Latino religious behaviors show church attendance and other indicators of religiosity decrease from first to third generation. Inner-city problems facilitate
A convergence.
Inner-city problems facilitate a convergence of religious leaders. Protestant and Catholic leaders began a new cooperation emphasizing similarities. Some evidence shows that Latinos of low socioeconomic status lean toward conservative Protestantism.
It has been observed that Latino Roman Catholicism has Pentecostal features that make assemblies resemble large evangelical churches. There are two groups of Latino religious Christians, Cursilistas and Charismatics. Cursilistas are oriented with spiritual reflections and practices. Charismatics place emphasis on the Holy Spirit, modern-day miracles, and spiritual gifts. There is a lot of tension between these two groups.
Father Figueroa Dac, a priest who studied in Latin America, calls the foundation of Latino religions analyzed affinity, which is an analyzed affinity between popular religiosity and evangelicalism. Latino faith is simple. Its concerns are for an immediate experience of God, a strong orientation toward healing, and a tendency to personalize or individualize one's relationship with the divine. There can also be multiple allegiances with Santeria, which is a mix of Roman Catholic and Native American tradition, Spiritism, which is the belief of a spirit after death, and Curanderismo, which is folk healing and healing rituals. This is in conjunction with the Catholic religion or Catholicism alternating with Protestantism. Downward social mobility experienced by many Hispanics means that even educated Latinos may turn to charismatic and evangelical religion for answers to social dislocation and professional frustration. There is a possible correlation between low socioeconomic status and revivalist religion manifestations among many Latinos, although this is not true for all. Roman Catholic charismatics and Protestant evangelicals are organized in ways that allow emotional outpouring. They resemble each other in the intensity of participation, as there are many opportunities for lay leadership or religious activities, and they rely on the Bible for guidance.
Many Hispanics ultimately go back and forth from one organization to another. For example, a religious Latino may attend evangelical services during the week and Mass on Sundays. Pan-Latino identity is possible because of common values. This identity is enacted as people feel the need for it.